everyone, welcome back. This is Amanda, and today I'm playing along again with Christy's Beautiful Life with her best of 30 days of sketches. Here's a sketch that we will be doing today. And in order to do this sketch today, which is by someone named Allison, and I can't read her last name, let me see, Allison Davis. There we go, Allison Davis. All right. So this sketch is by Allison Davis, and in order to do this sketch, ever since I saw this one on the lineup with Christy's Beautiful Life, I have been thinking about this Not Just for Boys kit that I've had in my stash for a couple of months. For whatever reason, just as soon as I saw this sketch, this kit popped up into my mind, and particularly the two papers on top here. This one right here with the aqua colored wood grain. I just absolutely love this paper. I think it's super gorgeous, and I've been wanting to use it for quite some time. And I've been wanting to use it with the floral that's underneath it. The back of the page looks like this, and I am going to cut out some of those florals to use on this kit too. That one up on the top that I'm talking about right there, I'm going to end up cutting that out and using it on this layout too, so I don't have to waste the beautiful Minte paper on the back. So as I was saying, whenever I thought about this kit, I knew that I wanted to use these two papers as my main papers on the page. I really liked that the design that this sketch afforded was going to enable me to use a lot of these really pretty patterns. So it also has a really pretty design on the back. I won't be using it this time, but I do have half of it left, so I can use it next time. The paper I'm holding up now is kind of like this taupe color. And what I'm explaining is that on that particular sheet of paper, it looks like wood grain and it feels like wood grain. So it's raised. It's a really cool paper. I just didn't quite know what I was going to use it for, so I thought I could at least use it for some layering. Same as that the aqua paper that I just put down, that is a Cartabella, and it's like, it says it's mint on one side, but it looked more aqua to me, and a dark navy on the back. And then there is two sheets of like butter yellow bezel cardstock as well. I'm going to end up using everything on this page. And then these two packs of embellishments came along with the Not Just for Boys kits, those awesome puffies. I'm going to be using a bunch of those on my page, as well with the 49 in Market butter. I don't remember what they're called, but you know, they're all the little pieces. And then there's my two pictures I'm going to be using. It was when our family went to the Magnolia, the silos, and just kind of looked around there. So that is what I'm going to work with. And what I'm going to do now off camera, as you can see, I went ahead and did all of the fussy cutting and matted my photos. I also did stitching around the two triangles there, and I cut out that floral that I said I was going to cut out as well. I tried to do a lot of the kind of fussy work off camera so that you would not have to watch me do that, and I reached my goal of getting my video under 15 minutes, so I'm super excited about that. Also off camera, I went through a few packs of ephemera. They were all from, well, not all, they were mostly from Echo Park, and it was a few different collections. One was like Farmhouse Kitchen, and then I don't remember what the other one was called, the other one or two. I know I did both the tags and frames and the ephemera from Farmhouse Kitchen. It had a lot of this same like aqua and yellow colorways, so I pulled out some things that I thought that I would be able to use. And I use a little bit of it. I don't use as much of it as I had hoped I would. I've been trying to go through some of my older stash and use up some things, but I have not been super successful in getting a lot in. But I feel okay with what I did with this particular page, because as you can see, I am tucking quite a few little tags and just little bits all around, and it's coming from mostly those Echo Park ephemera and tags and frames kits. And there's also that one little tab up on the top, that's from Felicity Jane, and I could not tell you which collection it was because I don't remember. And I think it's the only thing I use from Felicity Jane. So I play around a little bit with trying to get things exactly where I want them. I kind of had in the back of my mind where the sketch had things put for its clusters, and I kind of stick to it. I build them up a little bit more than I think that they were on the sketch, but I have them pretty close to what the sketch says. That puffy sticker right there with the flowers, I am going to use that. I'm just not gonna put it there right now. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to use it. I knew I kind of wanted it in that spot, but I wasn't quite sure exactly how I was going to put that there because it is a puffy, and I wasn't quite sure. Nothing is tacked down yet except the background, and so everything around the photos and the photos themselves, they're still loose on the page at this point. So I'm just still building, and I know you guys know because you've seen before, but I love 49 and Market stuff so much. I love those ephemera packs that they have so many things to layer and so many just really cute things that come in them that I simply adore them. Up on the top, I had another little sprig from the back of the, I don't remember which paper it was. I think it was the wood grain paper that had the nice little floral on the top. I had another little sprig of that, and I tucked that up on the top so that I have a little bit of that pinky color. You can't see it very well on camera, but see on the bottom cluster how there's pink flowers. There's a little bit of that pink also in that sprig that I tucked up at the top that helps to carry that pink color up into that upper cluster as well. And that little guy, I want him in both spots. So I go ahead and I just cut him in half so that I can put half of him down there and half of that circle bit up at the top. I swear to you, those might be my favorite ephemera that come in that 49 and Market pack. I just love those little things. I think they add so much interest, and they're just super simple and fun, but I just love how they look on my pages, and I love how they break up, you know, all the square stuff in there, because I did pretty much have mostly square things on this page. So, okay, I went ahead and off camera, I glued everything down. So everything that is on the page now is all tacked down and is where it is going to be. You can see I put that puffy sticker up there on the top. I ended up using my Big Mama foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps on the bottom of the photograph of my husband and I in order to make it tall enough or stick up enough to be over top of that puffy. And it seemed to work out pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with it. As far as the title goes, you see me, I had earlier and I cut it out because I just wasted so much time trying to figure out what I wanted my title to be that I cut that part out. I had that together already sitting up and taken off, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to use with it. So here you see me, I have grabbed happiest, and so now it reads happiest together, and I think that looks really cute. I'm using some more of that Big Mama foam tape on the back because I have it kind of sitting on top of my photo, so I need it to become level with that. And as I said, I use the Big Mama foam on the back of that photo, so I needed a little bit on the back of the word happiest as well. So I'm kind of playing around with this little flower. He doesn't end up staying. I kind of wanted to add another puffy with the flowers, but I just couldn't find a good spot for it. I just didn't really think it looked very good. But those butterflies, yep, I love those. Those look adorable. And ironically enough, the sketch actually had butterflies on it. So I wasn't trying to match the butterflies, but I ended up doing so anyway because it came with this kit and it looked really cute on the layout. So I think I end up putting 3 butterflies in total. I looked for a home for this little guy for a little while. I liked him there, but then he was just a little bit too close to the edge. So I tried to play around up here, and then I didn't like how it was basically on my neck. So I ended up moving him over to the, to sit on the P, and I liked how he looked that way. So, excuse me. Again, I'm trying with another floral and realize I'm just not going to be able to fit another floral on here. It just didn't look right. And I thought about adding some wordy bits up there, and I like that sticker, but it just didn't look right. So I went ahead and grabbed just a couple of these little word strips here. One reads Live, Laugh, Love, and the other one reads Forever and Always. And I liked how those look when I put them up on the top. I thought that they complemented it just enough. And in the sketch, it had some journaling, or at least some word strips up there. So I followed along with what the sketch had. At the end here, I'm just putting a few little puffy hearts from that same puffy stickers sheet. And I'm going to put 2 around each of the different clusters there, so that it kind of draws your eye to each part of the cluster. And I think I look a little bit more, but then ultimately decide that I am done with the puffy stickers. And what do I do next? Oh, I go through and look at the other embellishments I had kind of pulled down that had some things that matched. I decided that I was going to use a few of the adhesive brads. These are some summer collections from Echo Park. And I think I used a couple from each of these. Yeah, I used one from the one I just had, and now I've got Pool Party. And I'm going to use 2 from this one. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to use the bigger teal one once I get this yellow one on here, but I did decide in the end that I wanted 3. And so I go back to it in a second, and I'm going to take that teal one off and put him up there. He's a little darker than the aqua color I have, but I still think it works. It's just a few shades darker, and I liked it. So I stuck it there, and I felt like it worked well with what I was trying to do with this sketch. So at this point, I am going to put a few sequins on the page. I'm taking out the teal colored sequins from it's called Vintage Things, and it's from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I'm just randomly putting them down there. Now that I've got them arranged, I'm gonna go off camera and I will glue them all down. So now they're all glued down, and all I have left to do here, what I'm gonna show you on camera anyways, is I am writing the place where we were at, which was Waco, Texas, and we were there in 2018. And this is the layout, which I thought I had finished, all of the dimension and all of the cute stuff here. And I thought I was done, so I say goodbye to you, but I'm not actually done. Because once I finished, I decided that I wanted to add a couple of my Scrap and Happy Studios flair. There's one right there under the date, and it was a little camera, and there's one there that says it's time for a getaway. And I just think they added such a cute little flair to it. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you would like to see more videos, and come and join me next time. Bye for now.